So, hi all. Today we're going to learn about a new library called Pandas Profiling. So let me quickly jump into the code and let us see what this library does for us. So Pandas Profiling is one of the widely used libraries in the industry, which gives an insights or the early findings in the data set which we are going to use for building any model. So the library which we are going to use goes by the name Pandas_Profiling. So let me quickly just download the required libraries, just importing the Pandas Profiling library. And once imported, I'm selecting one publicly available dataset on which we are going to run our Pandas Profiling library. So it's essentially the same datasets which we had used for the data cleaning exercise in Excel. So it's the largest cities which are with respect to their populations and densities available. So what Pandas Profiling does is it generates a report, an HTML file for this particular dataset with a single line of code, providing us insights with respect to the data distributions, the variable outliers, the correlations between variables, all at one go. So this is a part of the code. As I had mentioned, it's just a single line of code. What we are doing for the dataset, where we had saved it to df as a data frame, we are just using the profile report of Pandas Profiling, and we are rendering it into a HTML file. The moment I press .download report.html, it gets downloaded to the local system. So let me quickly open this report and showcase how it looks like. So this is the beautiful HTML Pandas report which got generated for the dataset. As I had mentioned, in the initial part of the video, it provides us information with respect to the number of variables which are available in the dataset, the total number of observations, the kind of missing cells, and also among the variables, how many of them are numerical, how many of them are categorical. So let us quickly see the different sections of the report. So the first thing is the distribution of each of the variables. So let's see the variable country. It's a categorical variable where China is repeated 20 times. Essentially, it means the number of cities belonging to China in our dataset is 20. Similarly, let's look at the population estimates. As you can see, this is the outlier we have. Similarly, the city proper definition, which takes values from municipality till metropolitan municipalities. So the kind of number of times, the frequency of these particular values coming in our dataset. So let me quickly show how the city proper population looks like and how we can use this particular report to identify the outliers. So for this city proper population, we do have 74 distinct values, and these are the mean, maximum, minimum values across the for this particular column. So let me quickly jump to toggle details. So what toggle details provides us is the quantile statistics, essentially the Q1 and Q3, which can be used to calculate the interquartile range in order to deal with the outliers. It also provides us the descriptive stats of your sum, variance, standard deviation, kurtosis, etc. So all at one shot without having to write any piece of code separately. So let us look at the extreme values, which are essentially our outliers. So the Pandas profiling report for each of the variables gives us extreme values on both the tails. So these are the minimum values. So there's the maximum values. So as you can see, the maximum value for this particular variable of city proper population is 320544149. Let's quickly see if that is the case. I'm opening the same pivot table which we had created earlier in our Excel cleaning exercise. So the variable which of interest currently is city proper population. So let me quickly pull city proper population here and select the value field setting as sum. So as seen here, this is the graph. This is the bar, which is the outlier for us, which we are seeing in our data set. So as seen, in case if I'm not using a Pandas profiling report, for each of the variables, if I want to do it in Excel, I have to create the chart separately. So let us see what is this value. So it belongs to the city Chongqing. So let's see what Chongqing is having. So 320544149. That's essentially our outlier. So let us see for one more variable like the city proper density. So for this, similar to what we had shown for city proper population, so city proper density will also have some outliers. So let's take the maximum values, and the maximum density outlier for the city proper density is 41,399. So let us quickly see in our Excel file also. Let me pull city proper density. Let me take the value of sum. So this is the outlier which we are seeing there, and it belongs to the city Manila. So let me quickly go to Manila. So over here. So that's our outlier. So this way, Pandas profiling gives us how the data is distributed uh, in the dataset which we are using. And not just that, it provides us the early warnings in our dataset as well. Let me quickly show what the warnings are. If you go to the top, we do have something called the warnings tab. So the warning tabs provides us information about if two or more variables are highly correlated. So as seen here, urban area population and metropolitan area population are highly correlated. Similarly, it also provides us insights with respect to the missing values. For example, let's take this value of metropolitan area population. Around close to 50% of the data is missing. So in that case, it gives us a judgmental call whether to drop the missing values or we need to do some imputation before actually proceeding to building our model. So these are the kind of insights which the Pandas profiling report gives us on our raw data set at one go. So let me quickly go to the correlations tab and see how it helps us identifying how variables are correlated. So as we all know, correlation ranges from the range of +1 to -1, where +1 is highly correlated, highly positively correlated, and -1 is highly negatively correlated. So let us quickly see for one of the variables and how its correlation is with respect to the other variables. Let me take this example of metropolitan area. So as seen, it is negatively correlated. The different shades of orange, as we can see, which denotes that it is negatively correlated. So it is negatively correlated with city proper population and city proper density. And as seen here with metropolitan area density, it is much more strongly negatively correlated. And finally, with urban area density, it is extremely negatively correlated, as seen with respect to the darker orange square. So in this way, Pandas profiling report helps us understand, it gives us more understanding about the data set we are dealing with, and it helps us provide the initial insights on how to start with our data cleaning exercise before building a model. Thank you.